to keep a nice watery mix at first when I'm doing I've got these black and white forms. I know where some of the edges are. I can tell that this is the back of somebody right here, and this is the back, so they have their arm draped around, and they're going to be walking away. And there's no faces in this one, so I'm going to go ahead and start on that. Nice and simple. They gave me free range of what color choices I want on this. They said they would work with whatever. So I told them an autumn kind of colors. So I'm going to be adding a lot of reds and golds and even some browns in the figures here. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with this shirt here. It's going to be a red shirt. So see what I'm talking about. Just a little more water. I'm not trying to get it all perfect because I'm going to be going over this anyway with highlights and shadows and things like that. So I'm literally just trying to get a nice shade and form to it. It's almost like sculpting as you paint. And then I move right along and I keep going. Sometimes I'll keep that color in the brush and I get such a faux pas. But so you're not supposed to do that. Yeah, but acrylics are great for that. Immediate work. So I figure I'll put a green shirt on this person next. And I'll put a little blue in there. When I do shadows, I like to just mix the colors. See how it's kind of lost its form? So I will add whites and maybe a little teal to that. See the shoulder of that person come out. Now, instead of just fixating on one area, what I do is I try and scatter, just like I did with the circles and the lines. I try and scatter that out throughout. It makes good design choices. And it's really fast if you do that. It's already laid out for you because then you can just literally pick where the red should be. See, I've got some nice warm colors here, so I'm going to do one there, maybe here, maybe here. Maybe it splats up there. So it just balances it out a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this color. Right now, I have no idea what this is. I know it's going to be a person, like this here, because it looks like it could be a shoulder or an arm. But right now, I'm not worried about that. I'm just doing colors. I need a red here. That looks like a head, so I'm going to make sure I don't go all over that. This is obviously somebody, it's going to be somebody being helped by two people. If you have any questions, shout them out. I can talk anything. When I go to highlight, I'll take this brush, and that's my favorite part, is doing highlights and making it come alive a little bit. So I use a white base, and then I just mix, depending on the tone, what tones, like the greens and the yellows and the oranges and stuff, I'll take a yellow tint and add to it. Other times I'll mix it up and I'll do like a teal into it. So as you can see, there's supposed to be a golden hillside, but I use a lot of blues in it too, and even throw in some reds just to kind of keep it interesting. Let's do a face here. This guy's looking like a pretty traditional face. I'm just going to make it pop out here. That's what I use this for is a lot. It's just blending those highlights so I know what colors definitely belong for that. So I'm doing a little pink. then I take another third layer and I add even more white to it. And I give it a really three-dimensional color to it, so at the highest point. Key is not getting stuck on an area, and it keeps it moving. If you can keep the brush moving, you're better off, I feel like. When you get bogged down is when you start getting in trouble, because you can always go back with other other layers. If you don't like it, you can just go over it. You know, that's the beauty of acrylics. A little shadow. Then it's been a constant back and forth between painting, sculpting, and then music as well. But I used to be in band and everything. I did the Carroll band daily. All of that. So this commission is, I get a lot of these throughout the year. It's not as many as I hope sometimes, but I don't think I have the time to do more than I already do. But it's one of those things where you just start painting long enough, and then people start responding to your work and ask you to paint for them, and so it's been really cool. Whenever I used to have a really hard time going and doing commission painting because I didn't know how I could ever paint what they wanted, you know. And I always thought, well, I'm just going to create what I want, you know, and hopefully they respond. And that what's happened is I do that. I paint for myself, and I paint for the enjoyment of it. And people like the work, they want to do something like that for what they do. So what I've learned is just find a technique that works for you, and you know, then people like that technique, they want it in their thing. So this was one of those mission statements, and that I had to sit and sketch a lot. I did a lot of doodling, because I need to know when I'm walking when I'm doing the painting, it's gonna, you know, work for me.